Yesterday, as Avalanche reached up and touched this structure resistance, we got a sell signal, and since then the price has been moving down. As the price continues in that direction, where do we think Avalanche is heading next? Let's find out in this video. I'm going to take you to the tradeconfident.io website, scrolling down here to Avalanche. The first metric we're going to take a look at is the Avalanche Emotional Index. Now, as of right now, both the price and the metric value are in exactly the same place, sitting in excited. Most often when we see an excited reading, this is where we're seeing moves back down in price. While the drop likely won't be as dramatic as it was right here, we can see a crazy move down. It just goes to show that whenever traders are excited or even greedy, this is likely when whales are going to take profit. Next up is the Avalanche Volatility Breakout Detector, and we are just barely still in low volatility. This move up in Avalanche almost pushed us outside of this. I do think we could see a little bit of further volatility as we continue on. However, that remains to be seen. Next up is the Avalanche Whale Smart Money Metric, and as of right now, while we do see more short trade sentiment here with the orange bars pointing down, we're not quite in the negative 800 range that we're typically looking for actual drastic moves down, at least not yet. As the price continues moving in this upward direction though, I think the short trade sentiment could grow and grow, and once we reach that negative 800, that's when I'm expecting price moves down. Right now I'm looking at the Avalanche major support and resistance levels, and after passing $18.22, the next structure resistance is $21.67, and I'll be honest, I don't honestly see that happening anytime soon. I would consider this $18.22 a structure resistance at this point, with the price testing it rather than this being an actual structure support. However, as we look backwards, we can see $16.85 would be the next structure support for Avalanche if we did see a move back down. Of course, there are other structure supports and resistances we need to pay attention to on the live charts, specifically within this rising wedge pattern. So I will keep you updated on that in the live charts, so stay tuned. Next up is the Avalanche long versus short trades. We see an increase in long trades with a very slight decrease in short trades here that helped contribute to this move up. If this trend continues with increasing long trades and decreasing short trades, we can likely expect further moves up still. Last but not least is the Avalanche Daily Trade Scanner. What I'm seeing right now was some great calls, both a buy and a sell signal right here. I'll show you the actual profits on the live charts of what that looked like, but great calls from the Daily Trade Scanner. As the price moves up, I wouldn't be terribly shocked to see a sell signal post in anticipation of the next move down. Now, you're going to want to keep updated with all of this. These metrics are going to change quickly with the Ethereum Shanghai update coming pretty soon. We'll cover that tomorrow, but there's just a lot of volatility that's likely to enter the market over the next week or so. Now, if you want to use our metrics and stay updated, be sure to check out our membership in the links in the description below. Go ahead and scroll down, click show more, and the metrics will be under the first link, the membership here. Go ahead and click that. The link will bring you to the membership page. Now, Avalanche does fall under the $29 a month basic access. This will only give you access to 10 coins, so I do recommend getting the full access for $59 a month, as this will give you all metrics across all 20 coins on our website, future forecast, and monthly Zoom coaching every single month. That's actually coming up pretty soon. More info on that later, and scalping trade calls as well, plus many more benefits. If you want to get access to all this and more, just click subscribe now, follow the prompts, and we hope to trade with you soon. With that, let's check out the live charts. Here we are looking at Avalanche on the 4-hour time frame. First up, I want to point out the rising wedge pattern. Most often these will break to the downside. However, for now, I do expect this to just continue trading within the pattern. I don't expect a breakout quite yet. At this point, after topping out with price versus well money flow high, trend exhaustion high, and a strong sell signal, as soon as we touch that structure resistance, we have moved back down as expected. Now, the price versus well money flow does still actually indicate oversold. We have a metric value of 70 on this, and most often if we're above 70, this is still oversold and due for a move down in the market. Because of this, I do expect continued moves to happen towards the downside, and the trend exhaustion is showing that we are starting to see that momentum slow down, that downward bearish pressure slow down. And as these indicators drop, as the price drops, I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see a rejection of the structure support for the bounce back upwards. I do think volatility in the price versus well money flow will diminish until we actually break out of this rising wedge pattern. Now, if we go over to the 1-day time frame here, the story really does not change much. I did want to show you right here this buy and sell signal. We saw price versus well money flow low, trend exhaustion low, and with that buy signal, it was the perfect call for the next move up. Where we saw price versus well money flow high, trend exhaustion just barely poke into its inner top red section with a sell signal. which would indicate right here a possible exit. Anyone that took this trade, now we got to go from candle close to candle close here just to provide the best possible reading. This was a 14.85% profit move. So congrats to anyone that made that trade. That is some brilliant profit. Currently, the readings show price versus one money flow is high, not as high as it was on the 4-hour time frame, but still decently high with the trend exhaustion at its absolute top red section. Overall, this shows we are getting closer and closer to a breakout because we are very close to the end here, and with trend exhaustion very near its top, you can see it gradually moved up. Price versus one money flow did the same, although it's very slightly moved down. Based on the fact that we are showing pretty high on both the trend exhaustion and price versus one money flow as we nearly reach the apex of this wedge pattern, this tells me that the breakout is likely to occur soon, and as it does, it's likely to break down. Before we get into final price predictions, stick with me here. I want to let you know that you can get access to all three of these indicators and more for up to $400 off right now. As I just showed you, this move from here to up here was a perfect 14.85% profit. If you want to get access to indicators that can do that in just a few days, you can grab the indicators at the links in the description down below. Go ahead and scroll down, click show more, and the indicators will be the second link right here. Go ahead and click that. It'll bring you to our indicator page, and in order to get the best possible deal with that $400 off, you're going to want to purchase the bundle pack first. This will include the trend exhaustion and price versus well money flow indicators, as well as 7 other ones for you to use. On top of that, it will include the $400 off coupon for the TEC top and bottom finder. Now, purchasing all 11 of Trade Confidence indicators using that $400 off coupon is actually cheaper than buying the TEC top and bottom finder alone. No matter what you get, though, it's lifetime access for a one-time payment, and you get full dedicated email support. So if you ever have any questions, please feel free to email us at betradeconfident@gmail.com, and we'll be happy to help you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching that quick ad. Let's get into the final price predictions. Back on the 4-hour time frame, just to get a little bit better clarity here. In the short term, I'm talking the next couple of days, I expect Avalanche to touch this structure support. Now, if we make this a linear structure, we see a lot of touches, like a lot of touches actually right here on this line at $17.71. And this is a perfect estimation of where the price could lead to touch this structure support. If this ends up being the place that we break down, I think this will be a much more significant move. And honestly, I would not be shocked to see the price drop as far down as $16.35 here. This feels very reasonable for a breakdown outside of this rising wedge pattern. From the current price, a drop to the structure support on the rising wedge pattern would only be about 2.79%. Now that happens easily within a day, so this would not be unexpected. However, if we did break down out of this rising wedge pattern, the drop could be somewhere closer to about -10%. So that's what I want everyone to be watching out for. Those are my targets for Avalanche moving forward. This one right here over the next couple of days, this one here possibly over the next couple of weeks. So you're going to want to stay tuned. With that, thanks so much for watching. Trade safe, trade confident, and I will see you in the next video.